Hey, it's Quadex here. I'm here with part 2 of what if Deku had the Sharingan. Get this to 200 likes and I'll upload the next part. Check out my other quality what ifs. The links to playlists of all the what ifs I've done will be in the description. Check out the community tab. I will be using that for polls to select what videos I do and more. Please like, comment, Q, or any other comments you may have. That includes what if suggestions, what if I should personally watch. And also, tell me if you have any good fanfics, because I'm always searching for great fanfics to do on this channel. If you know a good one, let me know in the comment section, or let me know your favorite one. I'll see if I have already done it or not, or I should do it. After the incident, Izuku's eyes became normal again, and the pro heroes proceeded to scold him for rushing out there against the sludge villain. There was absolutely no reason for you to put yourself in danger, Death Arms scolded Izuku. However, Kami Woods, followed by Death Arms, praised Bakugo for his bravery and even offered him to become their sidekick once he becomes a hero. Izuku just rolled his eyes. He wanted to apologize to All Might, but the hero was currently overwhelmed by an army of fans and reporters, so Izuku decided to go back home. On his way back, Izuku was thinking about apologizing to All Might on his website when he heard his insulting name. Deku, I've never asked you for help and you don't help me. Got it? I was fine by myself. You're a quirkless failure playing with a full dick. Don't think you can look at me like that. Are you trying to make me owe you? Don't look down on me, you damn nerd. After Bakugo's unique thank you for saving my life, Izuku took a couple of steps to go on his way until someone familiar appeared from an alley. I am here. All Might? Izuku was surprised to see his idol in front of him once again, until he transformed back to his skinny form. Ah! He screamed when All Might's transformed back. Young man, I came with a thanks, a correction, and a suggestion, All Might begun. If you hadn't been there, if you hadn't told me about your life, I wouldn't have been able to act. You, the quirkless, timid boy, have inspired me to act and go over my limits, All Might said, while Izuku was in awe from his words. Top heroes have you can become a hero, All Might said to Izuku, who was... Oh wait, okay, never mind. I went down too far. Top heroes have stories about them since school days, but one thing was in common: their bodies moved before they had a chance to think. It was the same case for you, All Might said while looking at Izuku, who understood what the older man was trying to say. He held his chest while crying and then fell on his knees, and remembered all the hardships he faced in his life because he was quirkless. Izuku remembered his mother's words. I'm sorry, Izuku. That's not it, Mom. Back then, what I wanted you to say, the words I wanted to hear, you can become a hero, All Might said to Izuku, who was crying and clenching his chest. The former understanding what Izuku had been through. Then after about a minute, All Might looked at Izuku's eyes. His Sharingan activated again. Oh yeah, you told me you were quirkless, yet you possess a quirk. You were even using it while fighting the sludge villain. What does this mean? Izuku looked at All Might shocked, as if he said that the earth was flat. I'm sorry, All Might. I think I didn't hear you. But did you say I have a quirk? All Might then proceeded to take a picture of Izuku and showed it to him, which made the latter mutter at a great speed, making it impossible for the writer to comprehend what he was saying. Shut up! It's like your quirk gives you the power to spout nonsense at an incredible speed, All Might shouted and let out a sigh. It seems like you didn't know you had a quirk, which is weird, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. More importantly, do you know how to activate it and shut it? To which Izuku replied with a no. Maybe you can try remember what made it activate back then and what made it deactivate, All Might suggested. Izuku thought about it for a moment, before remembering that all he was thinking about earlier was saving Kachan. He wanted to protect him and save him, even if he was a jerk And right now he was remembering his sad past and how All Might's words really made a great emotional impact on him. So he deduced that his new quirk activates from emotional stress, so he proceeded to relax before by his Sharingan faded. Did you figure it out? All Might asked the young teen. I think so. Izuku tried to concentrate and reactivate his Sharingan, the itch in his eyes that he felt for a second confirming it, until he felt tired and deactivated. Yeah, I figured it out, but I still don't know how its powers. Well, we can leave that for tomorrow. Anyways, young Midoriya, I want you to inherit my power. Your power? Izuku questioned. The tabloids called it superhuman strength and a boost, and I constantly dodged the question during interviews with a funny joke because the symbol of peace, All Might, had to be a natural born hero. But young man, I will tell you the truth. My quirk was passed to me like a sacred torch, All Might explained. It was passed on to you? Izuku questioned with a visible shock on his eyes. That's right, and next, it's your turn. Wait a minute. It's true that your quirk is something hotly debated as one of the world's greatest mysteries, so much that not a day goes by when I don't see someone talking about it online. But well, I don't understand what you mean by inheriting or passing on a quirk. I've never heard of anything like that before. It's never even been conjectured in a debate. Why is that? Is it because since the dawn of history, a quirk like that was never confirmed? In the first place, Izuku began to mutter again, but was thankfully stopped by All Might, who gave him a chop on his head. Nonsense! I may hide a lot of things, but I don't lie. The power to transfer power, that is the quirk I inherit. I crowned with one for all, All Might exclaimed as a white light shined from his palm. One for all? That's right. A person cultivates the power and passes it on to another person who also cultivates it and passes it on. It is the crystallization of power that spins together the voices of those who need help with a courageous heart, All Might further explained. Why are you giving something so great to me? Izuku asked. I've been looking for a successor, and then I thought it might be right for you to inherit it. You were just a quirkless hero fanboy, or so you thought, but you were more heroic than anyone else back there, All Might said as Izuku started to tear up again. So, I'm giving you this offer, Izuku Midoriya. I want you to be my successor. Izuku didn't need to think about it for a minute. After what All Might did for him, there is no way he could refuse his offer. I accept, Izuku responded, and All Might smirked at his successor. The next day, Izuku was heading to UA early in the morning, just like All Might instructed him. While heading there, he couldn't believe what happened to him yesterday. I got my own quirk and fought a villain to save Kachan. Not only that, did I meet the number one hero All Might, but became his successor. And right now I'm just a few steps away from UA gates. Is this a dream or something? Izuku thought as he finally arrived at UA. Young Midoriya came on time, just like I told you. Here, take this, All Might said while giving Midoriya a visitor's pass. Where are we going? Izuku asked. They were walking inside the school. You're going to meet my personal doctor, so we could learn more about your quirk, All Might replied. All Might then opened a door which revealed that they went to the nurse's office. Young Midoriya, meet Recovery Girl. She's my personal doctor. Why is she called Recovery Girl if she's like 50? Anyways, Izuku then went into fanboy mode. Recovery Girl? I know her, the youthful heroine who can almost heal any injuries. Izuku then looked at All Might, who was face palming. Sorry, Izuku said with embarrassment. All Might then decided to change into his true form. So, this is your successor, Toshinori. The one you mentioned over the phone yesterday? Quite young, to be honest. All Might nodded and then said, Young Midoriya here has the heart to become a true hero. He awakened his core yesterday, and I wanted and I wanted you to examine him. Very well. Show me your quirk, young man. Izuku nodded and activated his Sharingan. I see. You already know how to activate it. Good. Now tell me, during the sludge villain attack, how did you feel? Izuku then proceeded to remember yesterday's fight. I saw everything moving slower, or more like I was able to predict his movement every time he tried to attack me, and so I dodged him easily. I could even say that I was able to see the slightest tension in his muscles if I concentrated hard enough. Both All Might and Recovery Girl were amazed at how such a quirk made this frail boy this strong from the first time using it. I can see it's a powerful quirk, Recovery Girl said, which made Izuku smile and blush while rubbing the back of his head. But I need more information. It seems that I can study your quirk more when you're fighting, Recovery Girl said. So you want me to fight him? All Might replied, which made Izuku gulp. Recovery Girl elbowed All Might's side, saying, Of course not, you idiot. You'd be too strong for that boy. Recovery Girl sighed and said, I have the perfect candidate for this job. He owes me anyways. A few minutes later, Izuku, All Might in his muscle form, and Recovery Girl were in the track field waiting for the person who Recovery Girl called for help. Let's get this over with so that I can go back to my nap, a skinny man said, who was wearing black clothes, a gray scarf, and looked like he was tired and worn out with his messy black hair, like he just came from his bed. Aizawa, this is an important matter, and I want you to help me researching this young boy's quirk. Don't forget that you owe me, Recovery Girl replied. Yes, I know. He then glanced at the boy and All Might. What is he doing here? Aizawa asked. Well, I asked him to help me with researching this boy's quirk, since he fought a lot of villains and sure saw a lot of quirks. Recovery Girl lied easily. Well, let's go, kid. Show me your quirk. Izuku activated his Sharingan, to which Aizawa smiled. This boy's quirk activates from his eyes, like me. That's interesting. Aizawa then proceeded to attack Izuku, going easy on the young boy, of course, as he tried to land a kick to which Izuku was able to predict and dodge. Aizawa then decided to use his scarf to capture Izuku, to which Izuku hardly dodged it. Not bad, this kid's physical attributes are worse than average. He's only able to dodge thanks to his quirk and his analysis. I wonder what would happen if I pushed him more. Aizawa then rushed and kicked Izuku in his side, which made the latter fall on the ground. He got up only to be met with a punch to his cheek, which made him fall again. If you're going to do this dodging, if all you're going to do is dodge my attacks, you'll never win. I thought you had potential, but it seems I was wrong about you, Aizawa said in a cold and monotone voice. After hearing his words, Izuku was nervous and angry. Even after I got a quirk, I'm still useless. A Deku. And that guy said that I had potential in front of All Might. At this rate, All Might could give up on me being his successor. No, All Might, I can become a hero. He offered me to become his successor. I can't let him down. Aizawa is sure pushing the kid, both All Might and Recovery Girl thought. Izuku stood again on his feet after an elbow to his chest, with a determined look in his eyes. He started dodging more of Aizawa's attack, but it was like he was predicting every move. No, he knew how Aizawa would move. Aizawa was in awe. Sure, he was holding back on the kid, but this isn't something he sees every day. But then Aizawa was in more shock as Izuku was starting to move like him. Sure, it wasn't the same agility and flexibility levels, but these were indeed his movements. Aizawa wasn't the only one surprised. Even All Might and Recovery Girl were shocked too, Izuku taking the offense. Mr. Aizawa! Aizawa looked in awe, with his eyes widening at Izuku's determined face. I do have potential! Izuku yelled with a smile on his face, while ducking to dodge Aizawa's kick and jumping to punch him in the face, only for the punch to gaze Aizawa, who dodged a punch at the last second. That's enough! Recovery Girl said. Let's all go back to my office. Wait, Aizawa said. I want to test something first. Midoriya, right? Come with me to the gym. You guys can come too. Upon arriving to the gym, Aizawa proceeded to grab his scarf and use it to capture a dummy using one of his basic capture techniques. He then turned to face Izuku. Midoriya, I want you to capture this dummy the same way I did. Here, take it. Izuku grabbed Aizawa's scarf and stared at it. Are you sure I'll be able to use it like you? Izuku asked. Yes, just try to copy what I did, Aizawa replied. Okay, Izuku said as he tightened his grip on the captured weapon and started to mimic Aizawa's movements. Yeah, sure, I'll continue. Capturing the dummy the same way Aizawa did. I did it! Izuku cheered. Everyone were clearly surprised, especially Aizawa, who looked at the boy and said, Midoriya, did you know that it took me a year of training to perfect this capture technique I just showed you? What do you mean? Izuku asked. Young man, it seems that your eyes also give you the power to copy other people's fighting style. I did the All Might voice. Recover Girls replied. Izuku was shocked as he heard what he could do. Can he copy quirks too? All Might asked. Well, that's interesting. Let's see. Recovery Girl proceeded to kiss Izuku's forehead to heal him, which made Izuku flinch for a second. Well, can you copy my quirk? Izuku then proceeded to try stretch his lips like Recovery Girl, but eventually failed. Good job, everyone. Let's go back to my office, Recovery Girl said. I still want to check something. After they all arrived to Recovery Girl's office, with even Aizawa tagging along, Recovery Girl proceeded to check on Izuku's eyes before Izuku said that he's tired and can no longer keep his quirk activated. It's okay, young man. I think I already have everything I need, Recovery Girl said with a gentle smile as she tapped a few things on her keyboard. Did you figure what his quirk was, Recovery Girl? All Might asked. Not really. I never saw a quirk like this before, but I can say that it's a mutation type. When he activates his quirk, he can predict his opponent's movements as if he was slightly seeing the future. He can even see the slightest tension in his opponent's muscle, giving him an enhanced perception. But the most shocking thing is that he can copy his opponent's fighting style and techniques with restrictions though. His body must be physically able to do it, Aizawa pointed out. After fighting the Sharingan user, he managed to break his quirk and know its limits and weaknesses. Exactly, Recovery Girl replied. Looks like you have to train your body, young Midoriya. If you do, I have no doubt you'll become a great hero, All Might said, which made Izuku smile. Well, there's something else you need to know, Recovery Girl said, while showing them a picture of Izuku's right eye and left eye beside each other. If you look at his right eye, he has only one of those things that look like a comma, a tomoe to be precise, but his left eye he has two of them. Yeah, I was really surprised at this when I looked at it myself in the mirror yesterday, Izuku replied, curious about the reason why he didn't have the same number of tomoe in both. All I can say is that maybe his quirk can awaken to a next level where both of his eyes will have the two tomoe, Recovery Girl deduced. His quirk can become even stronger? Now that's good news for young Midoriya, All Might said, smiling at his successor. Indeed, it seems like he does have a lot of untapped potential, Aizawa added. Finally, I realized that Midoriya can activate his quirk for 15 minutes until he gets tired. Since his quirk uses a lot of stamina, Recovery Girl said, we can call it the Sharingan, the copy wheel eye for I don't know. Sharingan? It's a cool name. Thanks a lot, Recovery Girl, for today, and you too, Mr. Aizawa. And All Might, Izuku said while bowing, showing respect to his elders before leaving. Midoriya, if you manage to get into UA, I'll be sure you end up in my class, Aizawa thought, as he was really interested in the boy. I did the All Might voice again. Anyways, that's where I'm gonna end. The next day, Izuku woke up early. That's where I'm gonna end it, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye.